Hello, all you beautiful people in Webtown. Welcome back to Crypto Comics. This is Rob Liefeld Appreciation Month, Day 2. We're just getting started here on Crypto Comics, and the best way to get started on Day 2 is with a little bit of Youngblood. But not just any Youngblood. This is Youngblood issue number 2 and issue number 3. Why are we going to talk about them? Is it because of Rob's totally awesome artwork? Yeah, of course it is. But we're also going to talk about them because it is the first appearance of not one, not two, but 3 totally awesome Image comic characters. Who are they? Well, check it out. In issue number 2, Shadowhawk made his first appearance. And that's not even what I'm here to talk about, but I thought I'd just show it to you anyways, right? Because it isn't anything to do with Youngblood, even though they're on the cover. Which is a pretty cool cover, though, actually, with him ripping out of the cover. That's fun. It's just, this is simple. Short little thing that introduces us to my main man, Shadowhawk. There he is. But what we're here to talk about is the first appearance of Prophet and the first appearance of Supreme. So let's get into it. What do you say? Because these are both two very indelible Image comic titles. These are 2 of the most memorable characters to come out of Extreme Studios. And well, let's get into it, huh? What do you say? I say okay. And I'm in charge here. This is created, written, penciled, and inked by my boy Rob Liefeld, with color design by Brian Murray, who, oddly enough, is going to become the penciler on the Supreme ongoing series. So, prologue, Otherwhere. Let's go, Berserkers. Turn it up. We've got to reach Kirby in time. Looks like Darkthorn sent a welcoming party. The Death Squad. Ha! What a joke. Respectfully dedicated to Jack the King Kirby. See, there's a character, a short guy who hangs out with John Prophet. His name is Jackson Kirby. Not Jack Kirby, Jackson Kirby. And you'll get to meet him right now. Make it quick, team. Keeping us from reaching the crash tunnels is as good as killing us. If this is all that stands between us and the tunnels, we have no reason to worry. The Death Squad has never proven a match for Wildmane or for Battle Axe. Gray has finished off the last of them. Good work, Gray. Sidestorm, the tunnel should be straight ahead. Any sign of Kirby? Right behind you, Cross. What took you so long? Kirby! Don't get me wrong. It's not that you and yours don't do a heck of a job putting these clowns away, but as usual, it's up to the little guy to mop the mess up. Frankly, I'm surprised you made it. Where's Dark Angel? We lost him. Just one more reason to nail Darkthorn. Good to see you're okay. We were worried a bit. Without reason, of course. Got no time for small talk, Cross. Darkthorn's disciples took off through the tunnels. We got one chance to follow them through. And time's a wasted. One chance is all we'll need to dispose of the disciples, so let's make it count. Lord Darkthorn, the Berserkers have... Yes, I am aware of what has transpired. Kirby is among them. But the disciples will not be stopped in their mission. Kirby and his crew will meet with failure. It has been foretold. The prophecy will not come to pass. Once my disciples have disposed of the Berserkers, the Resistance will have no one to lead them. They will crumble under my power. Prophecy. Berlin. East Germany. You mean to tell me he's been in that thing for over 50 years? It's called a cryogenic animation chamber. And he's still alive? As far as our readouts tell us, he's alive and in excellent health. What did you say his name was, Doctor? His name is Prophet. Jonathan Taylor Prophet. And by our calculations, he's at least 80 years old. I wish it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas instead of Jonathan Taylor Prophet. Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement. It'd be interesting to see what him and Tim Allen would do if they teamed up in a comic book. Oh, and here we have another one of these like little cheats that Rob used to do, which is where you draw a single page, but then you turn it sideways so that it takes up 2 pages. It's very sneaky of him. 80 years? Good Lord, was he some wartime experiment? From the notes we've uncovered, he was much more than that, I'm afraid. He is the product of a groundbreaking biogenetic experiment conducted under the supervision of Dr. Garnett Wells, sometime around the Second World War. Garnet Wells? The mad scientist? He was far from mad, as this research reveals. Funny threads, huh? On my home world, he would be dressed as a warrior. What was the nature of his experiments? It's the voice I do for Cougar. I guess. I don't know. If you can think of a better voice, let me know. Human genetic advancement. Dr. Wells began his experiments in 1937, despite ridicule from his fellow colleagues that he was mad. He hired the downtrodden and indigent to submit to his controversial experiments and research, and he conducted his experiments in secrecy. It was rumored that Dr. Wells was using equipment and technology far beyond the capabilities and limitations of his time. From his notes, we can ascertain that Mr. Prophet successfully exceeded even Dr. Wells' wildest expectations. He developed John Prophet's natural athletic abilities beyond normal capabilities, enabling him to perform superhuman feats such as enhanced stamina, strength, and speed. Eventually, Wells outfitted Prophet with an outlandish uniform and equipped him with weaponry far beyond the limits of even today's science. The war reached a fevered pitch, and eventually Wells was forced to stop his experiments and conceal the work he had done. Rumors were flying that Hitler had heard of his advances and desired the products of his work. The beginning of the Übermensch, perhaps. Dr. Wells disappeared shortly thereafter, never to be heard of again. Your involvement in this matter is that of safe transport of John Prophet back to the States for further experiments. The transport vehicles are standing by. We're ready to load Mr. Prophet and the remainder of Dr. Wells' equipment. I'll do my job as an escort for this man's property, but I loathe the fact his work will be exploited and exposed. Of course, it'll be under the blanket of betterment for mankind. On my planet, we would do no less, Cougar. Bah, combat. I fear for the people of my race if they are ever discovered by these same principles of power. The designs of Dr. Wells are far beyond those of the primitive technology I have encountered since landing on Earth. It is advanced by even Catalan standards. Look, there's some sort of timer that's on a preset time lock, and it's ticking away. It would appear to function as a time capsule. Looks that way. Are we not in danger of overstepping our bounds in this matter? No way. We're Youngblood. Let me see here if I can find some sort of readout, something like the... I don't know what happened there, but obviously, big explosion. Oops. Maybe that wasn't the right button to push. Aye, it appears we have awakened the sleeper. You certainly have. And Prophet looks big and badass in this photo. I love it. Shall we keep going here? We've got a letters page right in the middle of this. Weird. Prime directive. Eliminate disciples. Subject identification. Disciples? Unverified. Insufficient data. Humanoid life forms? Negative. Don't be giving me the dead eye, Johnny boy. We're here to take you home. But if you insist on making things difficult, we could always put you back to sleep. I won't sleep again until your reign of evil is ended, disciple. Well, your superior genetic structure has given you the edge against Cougar. You are no match for Catala's finest warrior. Oof. I too have been trained and developed to be the finest of my species, to excel in combat. Your strength is considerable, disciple, and while your appearance is not familiar to me, your defeat at my hands will become all too familiar to you. We got the uncut trading card, Die Hard. Bedrock. Well, we talked about this in the past. See, he wasn't always Bedrock in the beginning. He was Bedrock, but then a lawsuit came from the owners of the Flintstones, so Rob wisely changed him to Bedrock. Believe it or not, this is Todd McFarlane's favorite Image character. And so they're gonna have this big old fight, right? We know all about this fight. Lots of fighting. Sentinel's gonna try to stop him. Riptide's gonna try to stop him. Brahma's gonna try to stop him. Ooh, now that's a punch. And you know, he's unstoppable, though. This is the thing, is, you know, you can't stop the Prophet. Oy, oy, oy. Oy vey. There we go. This is printed on newsprint. And so all of a sudden, these dudes jump in. These are the disciples of Doom. Not the disciples of Dr. Doom. Just the disciples of Doom. And, you know, there's going to be a big battle. And all of a sudden, the Berserkers show up to help out in that battle. Wahoo! Have no fear, folks, because the cavalry's just arrived. The name's Kirby, and these here are the Berserkers. And from the looks of things, I definitely have to say, it's Berserking time. Next issue, the Berserkers, Prophet, Youngblood versus the Disciples. Enough said. So, there you go. That's where Prophet gets his start. Let's see if Rob had anything to say in this. Nothing there? Well, he didn't have anything on that other page either. Now, let's move on. Now that you know the origin of Prophet, well, somewhat you know the origin of Prophet. Here, enter Supreme in Youngblood number 3. Photon card. Join Rock the Vote. The Rock the Vote campaign was very popular in the 1990s. MTV pushed Rock the Vote a lot. And apparently, Rob Liefeld believed people should vote too, but only if they're informed. We got enough uninformed voters out there already. Enter heavy metal. I'm not sure I see your point, Mr. Gate. You're not seeing the big picture, Smithers. We need to find our point man for heavy metal. But sir, the team is a major power with Decibel's sonic fusion pack, Skyraker's multitude of abilities, and almost endless arsenal of alien weaponry, Riot's super speed, and of course, Menagerie's animal powers. They're a unique and formidable combination, sir. Yes, but there's someone missing. Sir, don't you see, Smithers? There's communication and cultural problems, especially with Skyraker. Clean up your own trash, Skyraker. This one's finished. Dispose of him, Decibel. Granted, whenever you mix aliens and humans in these enterprises, there's tension. And speaking of cultural differences, there's Riot and his personal agenda. He's on the verge of leaving the group to return to the neighborhoods to concentrate on a more urban, direct approach. Hey, Riot! 2 of them are getting away. Can you snag them? Sorry, Menagerie. They only pay me to protect this building, not chase down the bad guys. Let's face it. It's hard to hold a guy who can move that fast. Well, at least our own genetic experiment, Menagerie, is within our control. True enough, but mark my words. Menagerie's expertise in using his abilities to change into a half-man, half-animal combination is growing at an alarming rate. Soon he won't have any need for us, and we'll lose him, unless we find a leader for this team. This is a really cool character, who's not exploited enough, I don't think. Menagerie, that's a great name for a character. It's a great ability to be able to turn into all these different anthropomorphic creatures. That's awesome. That's a pretty strong case you've got there, sir. But you make it sound like there isn't a person on Earth who can lead this team. And that may be just the case, Smithers. It may indeed. Next, Supreme! Written and illustrated by Brian Murray, with John Dickinson. On sale this September. So, there you go. That's a little treat for you here on Rob Liefeld Appreciation Day. The introduction, the first appearance of Jonathan Taylor Prophet and the man they call Supreme. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe and hit that ding dong for notifications. And if you really love the comic book reviews I provide for you right here on Crypto Comics, please go to megawattcomic.com right now and back my Kickstarter campaign for Megawatt versus the Vampires of the Sun. We need as many loyal fans to support us as quickly as possible in this campaign, because that is what pushes these campaigns over the edge, which is what we need. We need to hit our goal as quick as possible, because that shows other comic book fans that they should jump on board with us and take the journey into the cryptoverse. I'll see you all tomorrow for another look into the world of Image Comics, into the work of Extreme Studios for Rob Liefeld Appreciation Month, right here on Crypto Comics.